What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's almost the end of July. Don't really have any updates on the cars, but well, other than the Mercedes, the check engine light has come on now for the fourth time. It happened yesterday. I started the car up today to go run errands. Check engine light was still on. I did pull codes. It is the same code, so nothing else is wrong with the car. It is going in next week on Saturday for its annual servicing. So service A3 as well as resolve that check engine light. So I'm not going to know exactly what's wrong with the car until the dealer runs me through what went wrong and what had to be replaced. Might even get a loaner out of it, never know. Because usually if the check engine light comes on, sometimes it's a quick fix, other times it's not so much, and so if it's not, they give you a loaner. Hopefully they have one with all this vehicle shortage stuff going on right now. It's just absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. It's like the world as we know it is rapidly changing and we can't keep up. And that's the problem. The coronavirus pandemic definitely left a scar in this world. And we're just now dealing with the Delta variant. And this is especially hard for those who have not been vaccinated yet. But I am fully vaccinated, and this is part of the reason why I still wear my mask in public. Because I'd rather be safe than sorry. There's just some guy going by playing music. At least he isn't speeding. We've been having some neighborhood speeders come by and witch hunt us. They literally run around with their fart can Civics and speed on past the houses on a straightaway, treating the neighborhood as a racetrack. Speaking of which, if you've seen my community posts, there is another speed sign not too far from the house. And this time it actually does say citations will be issued. So I wonder if somebody from the OPD watches my YouTube channel and decided, citations sounds more fitting than tickets. Even though they are the same thing. I think I'm going to talk about something else besides car-related stuff and people breaking traffic laws in neighborhoods. So last month I did reach out to the Woodstock city manager about their alerter being wired backwards. He appreciated my information and then he forwarded the concerns to city staff. So hopefully this means the Woodstock alerter has been rewired. Also, I noticed that one of our T128s, the one near Grove and Reservation Road, has a leaning pole. I did report that to the Deputy Chief of Support Services for OPD, so OPD is aware of it. They've been aware of it for at least 3 months now. I did follow up yesterday. I haven't gotten an email back because, when I emailed him the last time, he said annual maintenance is right around the corner. But I'm not sure if it's been done yet because usually if annual maintenance is being performed, they go and growl each of the sirens individually after maintenance is done just to make sure everything's working properly. And I have not heard the T128s growl outside of the new 8:05 a.m. growl schedule every Monday. It's kind of interesting to think that the tornado sirens in Kendall County now growl at 8:05 rather than 5:05 because of me. Like if it weren't for me writing to Fulton about it, they would still be growling at 5:05, which is very early, and I've even tried to get a video of the sirens growling at 5:05. That's way too early for me. I just wasn't able to bring myself to do it. So I'm glad it's 8:05 now. As far as other siren-related stuff, I do have plans to go to the University Park 1003 next Tuesday, so in a week from today, for the first Tuesday test. I was going to go this month, but I decided to meet up with a bunch of enthusiasts in Mount Prospect, because apparently Mount Prospect is replacing their entire tornado siren system. Now, I'm not going to say that that was the final test, because we don't know when the sirens are going to be replaced, but we do know they are going to be replaced very soon. That's why I don't put final test in a video unless it's the actual final test. It's kind of like, with the Darien hurricane, I accidentally filmed its last growl test because in the same week it was replaced by a T-128, which has been refurbished and painted black by Fulton Siren Services. So, that being said, I'm the one who got the final test ever, but Chris, Bruin, Holly, and Mitchell, they got the last alert test. So first Tuesday of the month test, as opposed to a weekly growl test. But I still count it as a test anyway, because the siren is being activated for a non-emergency. But anyway, that being said, I believe Fulton is the vendor that's going to be replacing Mount Prospect's tornado sirens, because right now everything in Mount Prospect does a weekly growl, which means they're on Fulton radios. So both of the quadrants as well as all of the Whelans they have do a boop test, because they're electronic rather than a growl. I mean, I still call them a growl because they briefly engage, whereas mechanical siren's just going to briefly engage the chopper motor. Now, as far as extreme experience goes, I just had that last weekend. It was good for the most part, apart from the insufferably hot heat. So I drove a C8 Corvette, Ford Mustang Shelby GT500, 911 GT3 RS. So they got rid of the GT3s and upgraded to RSs. That was quite a hefty upgrade, if I do say so myself. And then also a McLaren 570S and a Lamborghini Huracan Evo. So, yep, I got to drive an Evo, and it was the only one in their fleet. All the other Huracans were the regular 610-4s. And if I'm not mistaken, they used to do Audi R8s and Huracan rear-wheel drives, so 580-2s. But they don't do those any longer. They also replaced the lead cars with Dodge Charger Hellcats. They used to be Chevrolet SS's, which is basically a Malibu with a V8 engine. So, that being said, I was impressed by the C8 Corvette's performance. And get this, they were nice enough to let me put the Huracan Evo in sport mode, because normally they run them in Strata mode, which, if you know anything about Lamborghinis, the rule of thumb is you never drive a Lamborghini, apart from the Urus, in Strata mode, because it just takes away from the overall experience. Now, personally, if I owned a Huracan, I would only use Strata mode if I was entering like a residential neighborhood or somewhere else where you need to be quiet, so that way it tones down the exhaust a bit. All other times I would run in sport mode. And then Corsa mode, which is race mode, is only meant for the track, but a lot of people drive in Corsa mode on the street. Oh, and that's the other thing. The same person who let me put it in sport mode also let me put it in Corsa mode just for a picture of what the instrument cluster looks like in Corsa mode, and then I returned it to Strata mode after that. So that was pretty cool. Momentarily engaging Corsa mode just for a picture. And I must say, the way the dashboard looks in Corsa mode is phenomenal. and the gear indicators light up red. So, yeah, makes it the most exciting part about the car, in my opinion, besides the sheer performance of it. Now, one thing I will say is that I did end up shifting prematurely once or twice, and that's because the car shifted at a faster rate than I was able to shift it manually, because if you're in Strada or Sport, the car will upshift automatically at the red line in manual mode. Corsa mode, you're on your own. In fact, manual mode is the only mode you can drive when the car is in Corsa mode. Strada and Sport, you can go between automatic and manual. Now with the Lamborghini Urus, they changed this. So the Lamborghini Urus is currently the only Lamborghini model that you can drive automatic in Corsa mode. Why this is, I do not know. But then again, it is meant to be a family-friendly Lamborghini rather than a track-focused, all-out, max-performance Lamborghini. Well, I'm not sure if there's anything else to cover, but I plan on uploading each video individually on Fridays, so there will be 5 of those videos. One of them will be released starting this Friday. I think that's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, do what you guys do best, and peace out till next time.